Let's go. Come on. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Load Off the Breakfast Club. It is Wednesday. Hey, Kristen, it's Flux Capacitor Day. I didn't figure it out. It's the 14th. It's my son's birthday. Let's get started about, I don't know, now. Glad to have you here, guys. We're brought to you by the Mortgage Marketing Animals, of course, every Monday through Friday for your free coaching pleasure. Just because Mortgage Marketing Animals is filled with a bunch of really nice people who just want to give you this stuff. I mean, I don't know. I think they're kind of crazy. But if you're willing to hold up your credit card into the screen, we'll gladly take your money. No problem there. So anyways, yeah, let's get started today. Today's going to be cool. Darn. Somebody else help me with Flux Capacitor Wednesday today. What percentage of the year is left for 2025? If you're not familiar with this, what we do is every Wednesday, there's the Flux Capacitor. So we're going to give the dong-dong. Flux Capacitor is in the chat. We're going to figure out, based on a 52-week year, right, and we've got 2 weeks gone, all right, what percentage of the year do we have left in 2026? Thank you for that correction. What percentage of the year do we have left? So who's going to get it for me? Come on. Come on. We can do math. We are loan officers. I know. Math is hard for us. It really is. And we can sit in awkward silence till somebody puts it in the chat. I don't care. But somebody needs to figure it out. 52-week year, 2 weeks are gone. What? 96. Paul, thank you, Paul. 96%. All right. 95, 96, 96.2, 96. So we're at 96% of the year left. I think that's it's a good buffer, right? Good cushion. You know what I mean? To make sure we get our act together, get moving. So that's good. Hey, you know what else I'm going to do? I like doing this once in a while is I'm going to throw a Bible verse into the chat, right?
Oh, nice.
So if you guys want to warm up the chat with a Bible verse, but don't just put like what you got to put is like the actual verse, what it says, not just the reference, but what it says. If you want to warm up the chat with the Bible verse, right? All right, good stuff. So let's see. What did we do yesterday? I know yesterday was fun. Oh, that's right. It was Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin. Yeah. And
that was amazing.
Yeah, and who so in the chat, like yesterday, who implemented anybody implement yesterday on that? Anybody like go, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's, I've been wasting my time I shouldn't say that. I have been neglecting my phone contacts and I haven't been really working that. Has anybody okay, so John said he kind of implemented there. John Kaczynski. I bet I got that one right. John Kaczynski. You want to unmute? Tell us about it. What'd you do?
Yeah, you nailed my name, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
I called about half the A's in my contacts, and I was able to get connected with one of the top producers in my town. He's done 25 buyer sides this year, and so I'm going to call him today and drop the name and try to schedule a meeting.
Oh, cool, killer! So you did the
That's
actual.
amazing.
If you had an agent, you were going to call, and they gave you this guy's number, this
exactly.
guy's name.
I made it conversational, right, and I chopped it up a little bit beforehand, but I made that ask, and it worked.
It worked. How many did you get through? Like, how many calls did you make? Just out of curiosity, specifically for the phone list.
Yeah, for my contacts, I only made 6, and I talked to 2 people. One gave me an agent's name. The other said he would let me know, think about it, and let me know. The other, I left a voicemail and told him to call me back.
Wow, 6 calls. That's pretty good.
That's amazing.
That's pretty good. What do you think, Chris? That's a good batting average right there for just 6 calls to scoop up. So what's the plan now, John? So what's today? What are you going to do with that?
Today, obviously going to call my sphere of influence. I'm going to continue to call realtors, but more of those contacts going and trying to make sure that I'm calling the right people.
Are you going to call that agent today, or did you already call that agent that you got?
I'm going to call that agent today. I have him on the list.
Okay. All right. And just for the sake of everybody listening, like, what's your approach going to be there? What do you think you're going to say when the agent calls? Or if you leave the voicemail? Give us both. If the answers, what are you going to say? And if you get the voicemail, what's the voicemail? Just curious for our benefit. What are you thinking? Yeah.
And I'm open to advice here because
excellent. Yeah.
Right.
Let's help with this. Yeah. Give it to us. What are you thinking?
If he answers, and lucky enough, I've talked to him in the past, like last year briefly, never set a meeting with him. So, hey, John, this is John Kaczynski with New American Funding. Does that name ring a bell? We talked last year. Actually calling you today. I talked to a mutual friend of ours, Aiden, yesterday, and I was just catching up with him. He's coming back from Florida. He said that if he had to buy a house today, you'd be his top choice because you're family friends and you go to Peter and Paul Church and X, Y, and Z.
Cool. And then where do we go from there? Like he goes, oh, okay, cool, man. Yeah, great. Oh yeah, they're great guy. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So real quick, right? I'll get you off the phone, but
wait. Don't say that.
Okay.
Thank you, Carl. All right. Yeah. Coach Carl, what do you say?
John, you're a top producer in Westchester, right? I'm a Westchester native as well. I'm a fan of success. I'm a student of success. I'd really like to sit down and you can maybe tell me how you've become so powerful in our area. Or powerful isn't the right word, but something like that.
Maybe.
It might work.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd say good one though. What do you think? What do you think, team? Good one? Right? Good one. Get a cheer for that. Hey, what about you get the voicemail, John? What's your thoughts?
Hey, John, this is John Krasinski with New American Funding. We spoke last year. Had a quick question to run by. If you get a second, give me a shout back. You
don't want to mention the fact that you talked to the mutual friend?
I should. Yes. Hey,
John,
I
would. Would you, Carl? I mean, I would.
I think so, Frank. Yeah, I talked with. I spoke with Frank. He was insert in way you and I both know him. And anyway, I got a real quick question for you. 555-1212. If I don't hear back, I'll call you again later this afternoon or first thing in the morning, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I like that, man.
Good
one. That's awesome.
I love it, John. John, you got a Loan Officer Breakfast Club t-shirt?
I do not. No.
Yeah, you do, buddy. Yeah, you do.
Sweet.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Do one.
Hadn't given one of those away in a while. First one of the year. It's a first one of 2026 for you, John. Now, remember... with great power comes great responsibility. When you wear that shirt, we recommend only wearing it maybe 15 minutes the first time, maybe 30 minutes the second time, because it can be overwhelming. It can literally get away from you, all the amazing things and all the benefits that are going to happen. So take it easy with that t-shirt. Okay.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
All right. Right on. Chris, you had something to say. You were chiming in. I interrupted you.
So it actually ties really well into today's topic, what John's doing, because John, sometimes we get so excited about making the calls today and the next day and the next day that we forget, oh, hey, on Tuesday, I got a referral to one of the top real estate agents in the market. And we want to make sure that we're going deep at the same time as we're going wide. So what I would also recommend is just understand that first phone conversation isn't about the goal of getting the relationship with that agent. It's just to move the relationship to the next step in the process. So I would take just a couple of minutes on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, go to ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT what they know about that top producing agent, and try and find that one thing that they're uniquely interested in, something that's outside of the business. So it could be fishing, it could be their kids' football team, whatever it is. And then typically when you've got those big relationships, and Carl and Kristen, I would love your inputs on this. Like the Mortgage Marketing Animals has a whole section, I believe, on just like lumpy mail and ways to actually get engagement. And so find something that would make you stand out in that agent's mind and put it in the mail, do a little drop by, something that just puts you at top of mind, like, oh, wow, something they could place on their desk or remember you by. And just make sure you take the time to go deep with that relationship because it's such a great potential for you.
Yeah, 25 buy sides last year is a good agent. Bill Rudy Devers got his hand up. What you got on your mind, Bill?
Every conversation I have with folks, I send them a handwritten thank you card with like some little cheesy gift in it, like a little rubber hand or something that says, "Hey, let me give you a hand on your next referral." And it's the ones that you can throw on the ceiling and it sticks to the ceiling. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, cool. Oh, that's cool. That's such a great idea. The handwritten note, it's powerful, man. I was many years ago, before I even met Carl, believe it or not, this goes way back. I was with Brian
back in the 40s.
Yeah, I was with a Brian Buffini coaching program, and they're, of course, they believe in handwritten notes too. And Brian Buffini cracked me up. He says, "Yeah, there's something about a handwritten note, man. It's when you send a handwritten note, people can't just throw it in the trash. If you throw it in the trash, you officially get the heebie-jeebies." Is what he said. You got like a handwritten note. You got to put it on the fridge magnet. You got to put it on the desk for a minute. It has to live a little life. You know what I mean? You can't just go, "That's so sweet," and throw it in the trash. You got to kind of like put it somewhere for a minute. It has to have a little bit of a life on your desk or somewhere. So they are powerful. Good one, Bill. Appreciate it.
I also throw in like little scratch off lottery tickets or maybe like a Starbucks gift card.
Yeah.
Like
if you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time.
Gets their attention.
I got in trouble with my mortgage company years and years ago, again, pre-Carl, where we were what I would do is I would buy $25 Shell gas cards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so when an agent would give me a referral, I'd send them a handwritten note. Please don't do this. You can't do this. I'm just telling you what I got in trouble for. But I'd sent them a handwritten note with a $25 gas card in it. And I said, "Hey, next time you're showing property, the gas is on me." And they loved it. They loved it, yeah. Carl. Yeah, word got out about that real fast.
Yeah, and don't put that white powder up your nose. But one time, me and Frank, there was this weekend. It was this weekend in Tijuana. Let me tell you about it. So,
anyway,
I did kind of the same thing. I would send them both past database and realtors. Back then, you could rent a movie from Blockbuster for $5.
Oh,
so I get $5 Blockbuster gift certificates.
Yeah.
And dude, they love. It was amazing what a stupid little $5. I would get phone calls. "Hey, Carl," from, I don't know, say Kara. Kara would call me up and say, "Hey, Carl, I sent Paulina over there, and I heard she bought a house, and I didn't get my gift card." "Oh, she didn't mention." Well, here, let me sit. I literally would get phone calls for a $5, the movies on me tonight kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
I get text messages with pictures of people when they won $2 on the scratch off ticket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. See, we were going to talk about something entirely different, and the handwritten note card seems to have risen to the surface this morning, but it's a good one. So, Carl,
I got one for you.
What do you got?
So I don't have my phone with me. Somebody divide 253 by 20.
253 by 20.
12.65.
12.65.
12.65.
Yeah.
We did a study. In 30 days, we had a loan officer speak to, I think I got the numbers right. I wrote them down here. I think they're right. 253 conversations. So 12.5 a day.
Yep.
Okay.
Had 8 closings.
This is in 30 days.
Yeah, 8 closings. With his 8 closings, made $27,000 give or take $27,200. Which, if you annualize that, that's $326,000. And I did the math, and it came to $107 per conversation. Isn't that an interesting way to look at it?
It's a really good way to look at it.
Yeah. So, dude, it
didn't matter if they said yes or no. It's
That's
just
right.
The conversation was worth $107.
That's exactly what it came to. $107.50 for a conversation. Somehow it makes it a little bit easier. You want a quick $100? Have a conversation. Isn't that interesting?
That is incredibly interesting. That is good.
Yeah. We're putting it together. That's one of the things we're showing this at the March event. And when you break things down like that, I remember, what is it? 2 leads a day. When you get just 2 leads a day, I think that equates to right at or I think it was slightly over, assuming $3,000 per closing, and typical closing ratios, it came to like $500,000 So the question isn't how do I make 500,000, or it's not even how do I make $1 million. It's how do I get 4 leads a day? I'm not talking about buying Zillow, of course, but how do I get 4 referred leads a day? That's how you make $1 million as a loan officer.
Mm-hmm.
You
Isn't that
know what?
interesting? Yeah.
It's not only interesting, it's a fabulous segue into what we wanted to chat about today.
Tell me.
So what we wanted to chat about today is, do I need more leads, or do I need to just get better at converting them? Right. Steve has done a lot of deep dives on this, and getting better at conversion is a big deal. Right. And so there's a couple of ways that we can dissect getting better at conversion. The first one, though, I think the tip of the spear on this topic is, Carl, Bill Devers, and the rest of you, are we more effective when we get a referral to just send out the application link and hope they fill it out? Or I don't want to lead us in a direction here, but or is it more effective to, when we get the lead and we get them on the phone, to just try and get that application in the door? Because I tell you, that's the tip of the spear when it comes to conversion. I mean, I think. What do you think? What do you guys think? I think that's the tip of the spear. I think when we start talking to the lead, if we can turn that conversation into, while talking to them, filling out an application and then saying, you know what, I've got this just about filled out. Can I just get a little bit, and can I just get your social, your birth date, a couple other little things here, and this app is done. Like, this thing is done, and we're kind of ready to roll. Because one thing I know, and one thing I've learned from doing loans, is when I get an app completed, and especially if I can get credit done, like, the chances of them moving on diminish quite a bit, greatly increases the probability of conversion as well. What are the thoughts on it? I want to hear what you guys think.
When I have the initial conversation with them, I get all their information, employment, income, all that stuff, what they do, how long they've been there, everything. So I just get it down, and then right in behind it, when I send them the list of documents, I send them the link for credit authorization.
There you go. Pretty effective.
Yeah, and then my squad just chases them after that.
There you go. Was there a time in the past when you didn't do it that way, when you were just the link send guy, and then you decided to make a change, or have you always just been that way?
I've been that way the whole time I've been in the business, for the most part. Talking to people up front, because they're buying you. You were referred by whoever referred them to you. And so I give them a little bit of me, because that's probably going to be like the last time that they talk to me until there's a problem unlocking the loan.
Got it. Tanya Ulan, we spoke the other day. Good to see you here on Breakfast Club. Talk to me. We can wait. It's okay. Can't unmute.
We'll do it.
I won't sad trombone you because you're a girl.
And she didn't raise her hand.
No, I'm here.
Okay. All right.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm trying to get 4 leads a day, like you say.
There you go, man. Right on. Tell us about the what your feelings are on this.
So I think that speed is everything. I think the more you can get the client engaged and giving you something. I know somebody said, well, what if they're at work, they can't do the application? I do have a method where I send them, here's my app. You can go in here, securely put in all your information. So I try to just follow up. Did you get to that? Is there anything I can do? Not pester them, but if I can, I'll take the application over the phone. If I can't, I send them the link and then just follow up and try and make it as easy as I can for them. Because I do think if they sit on it, it's sometimes they lose interest, or they get scared, or they move on, or somebody else comes in. So speed is everything.
Absolutely.
I agree. So here's what I would say in the chat. How many here love filling out applications? Who loves to fill out an application? Who, with the word application nauseates me right out of the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I just don't want to do an application. Is like work, right?
Well, wait, Frank, if you feel that way, your client feels that way too.
That's what
right.
I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, if we can try to get the app over the phone. I like the way Carl always teaches this, and then what Bill is doing too, Devers, is while you're having that conversation, you're already getting that, whether you're handwriting it or you're getting it into the computer, but you're doing your best to, where do you work? Oh, how long have you been there? Now you've got the company name. You've got how long they've been there. What's your position? Cool. So you're having this conversation and you're trying to get it as filled out as possible. So then it's just a matter of, hey, this is already done. I should just send you a link to sign it. It's already filled out, something like that. Greg, what's your thoughts? You got your hand up. I will start trampling.
All right.
No.
So yeah, you were ready even before
I'm going to do it anyway, just for
I
fun.
knew it. I said, I'm gonna start talking. He's still gonna do it. So the first thing is this. I have stopped calling it an application. I call it a questionnaire. And I like to say I came up with that, but I learned that from somebody. That's not mine. But
it was for me, Greg. I'm the one that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. But the other thing that now, by taking MMA tactics, those who've seen me out here know I've gotten a lot better through time. And something that I've learned in terms of taking clients, and generally, yes, speed to lead. If I have a great lead, I'm going to take that questionnaire over the phone, and then just ask for documents. However, when we do get busier, the thing that I'm starting to implement is a client system with 4 ratings. So a client that is an easy client, that's also a good client in terms of credit score, income, everything like that, right? So easy to work with, high quality. Then there's clients that are easy to work with, but can't qualify. And then there's clients that are hard to work with, but are well qualified, and hard to work with that aren't qualified, right?
That's an interesting approach.
I need to get away from the clients that are either hard to work with, either they're easy to qualify but hard to work with, or hard to work with and hard to qualify. I've got to get them off of my table as fast as possible. So through that initial interview, I'm actually trying to fire clients as fast as I can so I can focus all my energy on the clients that can actually close a deal and commit to working with me.
Give me an example of hard to work with but highly qualified.
Hard to work with, highly qualified. They've come to me. I am the 5th lender they've talked to. Okay. They tell me off the bat that they're shopping, and we talk a little bit about what they're shopping for. And I will tell a client right off the bat, I said, look, my goal is not to be your cheapest lender. If you want the process that I do and the level of things that we do for our clients, then you work with me. And I'll go into, I have a little list of things we do. And if you are looking for the absolute best price, I have a link to Rocket Mortgage right here, but you're going to take this all on your own, right? So I said, if you want to do the whole thing on your own and maybe you close, maybe you don't, there's a better website for that. There's always someone with a lower rate. So that's somebody, they've been to 5 lenders. They're very mistrustful of me the whole time, right? They don't really want to give me what I need in terms of their, like I had a client who gave me their resume instead of giving me W-2s and pay stubs. And so right there, you're not listening to what I'm asking for. So we're not a good fit for each other.
Yeah, that's good, man. Interesting.
So I only want to work with the good clients. And I've had too many clients that take up my time that just take up my time. And that's it.
We call those kangaroos.
Yeah.
And Greg, I think that's also a good differentiator on the conversation of, we're talking about referred leads, not leads. Like we're not talking about 4 internet leads a day. We're talking about 4 referred leads, which typically lead to much higher conversations and people that aren't on, they're not shopping, they're not on the 5th lender. So we're making the calls and following the daily success plan to get those referred leads in the door.
100%. So
great stuff. Yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Killer, Greg. Thank you. Jim, you got your hand up, but I do want to, Jim, I'd like you to get your question asked really quick here in just a second. But Chris, so the other place that we can convert better is not just at the tip of the spear with the application, but on the leads we get is converting those leads, right? Staying in touch with them. So I'd like you to touch on that, Chris, because obviously the CRM is instrumental in that. Jim, what do you got?
I'm just going to add 2 things real quick. Every once in a while you start talking to people and going off of what Greg just said, they always say, start rate shopping. They say they want the best rate. And I said, I want to get you the best rate. Tell me what date that should be and I'll lock it in. I kind of pull it off the table, and then it kind of eases things up. So interesting conversation that you have there, but thought I'd add that.
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, cool, man.
I love that you're going at it with humor too, Jim.
Yeah,
that's funny. That's awesome.
That's called an interrupt, right? You just try to interrupt their brain, their thought process there. That they can be very successful to do that. So the other place that we can convert better is just on the leads that we already have on the table, right? And get better at follow up. And because sometimes we get a referral from an agent, maybe it's even a referred, not just a Zillow lead they got, it's a referred deal, but they're not answering the phone immediately, right? They're not picking up immediately, but they're a good deal. We just haven't been able to contact them. I think that's another place that we can get better at converting as well. And I just want your thoughts on that, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. So the phone first, absolutely 100% phone first. But we all know we get busy, we focus on the next lead, and you've got to have a predefined sequence that you drop people into so that you don't have to think about it. And one of the things that we've seen our members doing and that we've really pushed our team on when we're helping people on the customer support calls is setting up power dialer automations inside the workflow. So when inside a CRM, doesn't have to be the loan officer CRM, but any CRM that you use, you should have a tag that you can apply to a contact, and it immediately sends them a text message with all your contact information. Hey, I reached out, here's all my information, right? I typically will send that first text message personally so that I can say, you're a referral from XYZ, that's why I'm reaching out, looking forward to speaking with you. Make a phone call first, text message goes out second, and then you add the person to the workflow. The workflow, every day after that, however you want to follow up, I follow up every day, right? Because it's about getting to them as fast as possible, but also reaching them at a time when they're available. And the consistency of follow-up makes it so that your likelihood of contacting them when they're not at the soccer game or at work or busy, that message comes up, it reminds them, and then all day they think about you like, oh yeah, I got to get back to the mortgage lender, and you're much more likely to get that call. So you drop them in the workflow, it's automatically sending text messages and emails to that person so that you don't have to think about it. But your workflow sequence, and this is what most people miss, should also set a task for you in 3 days that sends you a reminder. Don't forget to follow up on this lead. So you get a text message with, oh yeah, I got to follow up on that lead again. You tap the phone number that's in the notification, you make the phone call. If it goes to voicemail, you leave the voicemail, shoot a quick little follow-up. And inside the CRM, you can add them to the power dialer. So if you're following along on the daily success plan and using a power dialer to make your calls, they're already in the power dialer. You don't have to think about it. You're just clicking the power dialer button, it's making the phone calls, and that lead that you haven't connected with yet is already in that power dialer list. So if you add just those things, you're that much further ahead than any other lender that's following up with that person, because most leads get zero follow-up. And Carl, do you remember the stat?
Very little, yeah.
Very little, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. Like what's the percentage of closed mortgage deals that deal with the first lender that they talk to?
79%.
79%. So that 79% conversion, Frank, it's all about getting to that first conversation. And our phone is our best tool. Text messaging is second. And then another interesting thing that we've added to our process is a little bit manual, but I feel like it goes a long way, is just taking that extra 30 seconds to go and connect on social media and just send a friend request or connect with that person on LinkedIn. Like if it's a real estate agent, start with LinkedIn, then go to Instagram, then go to Facebook. Clients typically Instagram, Facebook, and just send them a quick little friend request, because we're finding a lot of consumers really like direct messages on social. And so opening up that communication channel to them is like giving yourself another text message platform. And that's just part of the octopus. It's just another way to give them a way to convert with you, because you're really also just trying to find the conversion pathway that they want to convert on. If you're the only lender that will get on the phone with them and they're a phone person, they're going to work with you because that's their communication style. And we're finding a lot of people really like that social media direct message portal. Is that helpful?
It's very helpful. It's cool. It made me think about this too. And Carl, maybe you could chime in this, or Kristen or Jen. So we have our daily success plan. We've got our 2 hours a day for our prospecting, Monday through Thursday, right? Do we block out lead follow-up? Like so right, these 2 hours, I'm prospecting agents. I'm trying to set appointments. I'm asking for the business from the agents. But then I've got another 2 hours set aside every day and now I got to follow up on these leads that I have not been able to get through to yet. Is that something that we do?
I mean, I think that's part of time blocking your perfect day, you know, and we have all that on the membership site, but I think that kind of goes into part of that afternoon time where you're, having loan consultations, working on files and following up with leads. In my opinion, that's where it goes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, all right.
I got a question.
Well, yeah, go ahead, Adam.
I was thinking about what you just said. Instead of having a separate time block for the follow-up calls, you can still just prioritize that in that same time block, with your other calls. But is there a way in the CRM to put them at the top of the list?
Hey, if you're liking Loan Officer Breakfast Club, you really need to check out Mortgage Marketing Animals. Don't forget, we have live events pretty regularly throughout the year. You can learn more by going to mastermindretreats.com. Mastermindretreats.com. Go there, check it out. Hope to see you at one. That's a Chris question.
That is a Chris question.
Yeah, absolutely. So inside the CRM, we have these things called success trackers. And so you can itemize all of your contacts and create power dialers for each person in each list. So you would just create a success tracker of high quality referred leads I haven't contacted yet, and then open that power dialer and make those phone calls first. Yeah. Great question.
Very cool. Yeah.
I love
very,
the way
very
you're thinking
cool
about that.
Yeah. Good stuff today, man. What do you guys think? Good day? Ready to rip and roar and get out of here and get things going? I liked it today. I thought today was fun.
Hey, Frank.
Yes, Carl.
Let's give one action item.
Let's do it.
Can I do this?
Yeah, of course.
Is that okay?
Chris.
Okay, so
one action item. Yeah. Send Chris $500. One action. One action item.
Jen, I think we've got 7 or 8 of those $1 free trials left for the CRM. Anyways, you can try the CRM out for $1. So you're getting a deal, Carl.
Yay.
But okay, so if you haven't had a system for following up on the referred leads that you've got, so you've gotten a referral from somebody in the last 90 days, and maybe the follow-up for that person has fallen off, who are the contacts that you have that you've gotten in the last 90 days that the follow-up has fallen off on? Let's make those calls today. Those are the people we're going to put at the top of the list. We're going to go re-engage those people and then drop them into a funnel so that they won't fall off the back. Let's go get some leads off leads we've already got.
That's marvelous.
I think I've shared this, and I've always been careful to share this. But when we were studying how to combat against trigger leads, I always thought the best way to figure out how to stop something is to go into the enemy camp. And so we bought trigger leads, right, just to see how that worked so that we can combat against them when people called, right? So what we found when we did these trigger leads, oddly enough, was that the 90-day or more old leads were the highest converting. Because people had did it and then had dropped off and stopped following up. And so you're right, Chris, those like 90-day plus leads, there's gold there. So that's a great action item. Yeah. Find all your leads that's 90 days to say 12 months old. Yeah. You know, and hey, you're still looking to buy a house in, Ohio or wherever you are, Yeah. So that's a great action item.
You know what I love about it too? Is when you get that lead that comes back in, the phone call that you get to make to the real estate agent.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you sent me a referral 90 days ago. I've been following with my daily success plan, and I finally converted that lead for you. Wait until you see the referrals that we might be able to generate from the deal and process. Who else do you have that we can work with together.
And I'll send this one over to you if you send me a $20 gas gift certificate. I'll send it to you.
Hey, Kristen put a link to a podcast that Carl and Kristen did on this very topic into the chat. So that link is there.
I was his wingman, but Carl kind of laid out like what his gold standard was on following up with leads. And so I just threw that podcast in there because it was really, really great.
Well, I mean, it's still way more worth watching. Hey,
she sends me over a transcript that I read on these podcasts.
So that's there. But I would say this, guys, man, and also for a call to action as well would be make sure you time block. What the hell, Kristen? Make sure you time block lead follow up every day. Have a couple of hours for lead follow up. And don't forget this too, guys. Touch the lead. What do?
It's a partner.
Touch the partner. Okay. So this follow-up system for leads and touching the partner can really explode into more leads coming your way. But you got to have that lead follow-up time block, and you got to treat it as sacred, just like your prospecting time. You got to treat it as sacred. So I would recommend that. All right. So good enough. Ready to go? You guys feeling good? Tomorrow, Kevin Broughton is going to be here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we haven't talked to Kevin in it.
Well, Owen hasn't been here yet this year because, Carl, he's Owen.
He's in Hawaii.
He's got things going on.
He's in Hawaii. No, literally.
Hawaii.
He's in Hawaii.
I know.
I called him up the other day and said, hey, man, I need help with something, and he sends me a picture of a fishing pole.
Yeah, like
off the back colada. Of his boat. Yeah, with a pina colada and his super nice wife sitting beside him and, some cabana boy getting him another drink.
Right.
Whatever.
Right. Yeah. So, but we'll have Kevin Broughton tomorrow. So that's always fun. So we'll have him. He wanted to come back anyway. I wanted him to come back because he kind of kicked us into the new year. If you remember, I think it was the 31st of December. He kind of kicked us into the new year, and I wanted him to come back and give us some more good Kevin.
Give it to me again.
Give it to me again.
I like being slapped, apparently.
Yeah. So yes, Kevin Broughton is going to be on tomorrow. Yes, he is. He will be here. All right. With that,
guys,
what I'm
doing today, Frank? What I'm doing? So I'm leaving here in about 2 hours. I'm going to the Florida Orchestra.
No way.
Florida Orchestra.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
They do it in midday, because I guess the age group that typically goes to that,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Dinner's at 4:30.
We
better get it done before dinner.
Yeah, Frank's all about that.
Yeah, I'm all about that.
And dinner's at 2:30. So. Hey, but you know what's cool though, man? I was thinking about this morning on my bike ride. So I'm going to go to the Florida Orchestra, and we'll close no less loans by doing that because I got a team and automation in place. Thanks, Chris. Good stuff.
Ain't that nice?
Yeah.
Ain't that nice?
So anyway. Florida Orchestra. Right. You ever been to an orchestra like that? Do you go to that stuff sometime? Dude, It's really cool. All kidding aside, it's really cool, especially if they do a theme like the Beatles or I like. I'm not so much a Beethoven guy, but when they do it to modern stuff. So, dude, we saw this thing.
Who decided you were going to go to the orchestra? You, Maria, who?
Oh, me. Oh, I love going.
Okay.
Yeah, my fourth grade teacher turned me on to it, and I'll never forget her, for doing that. It's a wonderful thing. Dude, we went and saw, it was this really cool thing. So Ruth Eckerd Hall, it's, what is it, seats like 2,700 people. So it's kind of a small-ish, venue. And they played the movie Star Wars, and the actors spoke, but all the music, all the background music,
that's cool. Was live
played by the orchestra
during the movie.
So the screen was right above them, and you're watching the orchestra play all the music, and
that's cool,
dude. It was.
You can get me to go see an orchestra that way. That'd be cool.
It was cool. So anyway,
Alan Parsons' project is going to be in Clearwater with a full orchestra.
What was that, Brad?
Alan Parsons' project.
Oh, no kidding.
They're going to be in Clearwater with a full orchestra. I saw them there last year. I'm already going again.
Unbelievable show. Unbelievable show.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We have a question for Carl in the chat. When are you speaking at NAMM in Orlando this week, Carl?
Friday at 3:30.
There you go.
Friday at 3:30. That is a hot time slot right there. That's
Alan Parsons project, Carl at NAMM.
I know. I'm going to get a stand-in. I'm going to Alan Parsons. He is fantastic. That's
I spent 45 minutes with him in a swimming pool on a cruise ship.
No
just
way.
Talking with him, it was like having a meeting with the Pope.
No way. Dude, so did you know?
That's weird.
Hey, I got one for you, Frank.
Weird. Huh? Yeah.
I got one for you.
What?
Did you know that Alan Parsons is responsible for the sound of Pink Floyd?
Yes.
No way.
And Abbey Road, John Miles, a whole bunch of people.
He was the genius behind all that synthesizer and all that stuff that Pink Floyd is famous for. That was Alan Parsons.
There you go.
Wow.
How about them
That's when he was a tape operator at Abbey Road Studios.
Yeah. He's a happening dude, man.
See the thing,
big boy too, because he's got that kind of high voice. You think you're going to see this little, stick figure up there or something. Yeah. He looks like a linebacker for the, for the Raiders or something. So
no, that's like Tom. That's like Tom Brady, big tall guy, but kind of has a high voice.
Yeah,
Alan doesn't really do a whole lot of singing. He has other vocalists who come in.
Yeah,
and that's the whole idea behind the Alan Parsons Project is he has different people doing different songs.
Yeah.
There
you go. All right, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson's
I have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're leaving now.
All right, I'll see you, buddy.
So we're saying goodbye. We'll see y'all later. Be here tomorrow. Have a great day. Get it done. Adios. See you then. Bye.
Have a great day, everybody.